Together we stand, together we can. BC Crvena Zvezda MTS campaign 2019-2020. BC Crvena Zvezda MTS Belgrade entered the 2019-2020 competition year with clear goals in promoting its brand, its team and its competition goals in the new season. The club, which is the most popular and most followed in all spheres in the Republic of Serbia, in the region, as well as among the millions of Serbs in Europe and the world, in terms of all field activities, first-team performances and marketing campaigns, had a clear idea and the concept of how to present to the public, fans and business partners with a new team after a one-year absence from the EuroLeague with the old competitive goals: winning titles, increasing the number of fans who will actively participate in the club through buying season tickets, coming to matches, events and visits to all official social platforms of the club. The new campaign was based on a clear reliance on the extremely rich tradition of the club, entering a year in which the club celebrates 75 years of existence, a reminder of clear symbols of the club, but also the history of Belgrade, which was built on the walls of the old fortress in the 1st century AD. Right in the heart of the centuries-old fortress are the Crvena Zvezda courts. Also, in addition to a clear allusion and connection of terms and meanings of the fortress and the club as recognizable symbols of Belgrade in visual appearances and announcements, BC Crvena Zvezda used additional elements and meanings of Belgrade's Kalemegdan fortress as part of the campaign. Specifically, we used bricks from which Kalemegdan was built and which surround the courts of BC Crvena Zvezda, the place where basketball was created in Serbia, and on the courts where the first basketball game was played in this region. We have clearly imposed the symbol of bricks that together create the fortress as the basic symbol of all campaigns and activities in the introduction of the new season on all platforms. In the following story, we will show to you how we implemented all actions and stakeholders in our campaign. Together we stand, together we can. Crvena Zvezda has the support of 65% of the population in Serbia. Serbia has approximately 7 million inhabitants, which makes it by far the most popular club in the region, former Yugoslavia, but also a multi-million fan base in the diaspora. Over 2 million fans live in the US, EU, Australia, Oceania. At the end of the season 2019-2020, Crvena Zvezda has more than 5,000 loyalty card holders. Season tickets. The number of season tickets in the season 2017-2018 was 2,476 and VIP season tickets 104, which gives a total of 2,580 season ticket holders. Those were tickets for standard parts of the hall, stands, courtside seats, lodges, white-blue VIP. Due to less attractive competitions in the season 2018-2019, clubs sold 1,913 season tickets and 137 VIP tickets, which bring us to 2,050 season tickets in total. The return to the EuroLeague was a great stimulus for the management of the club to place a new project, segmentation of seats in the hall according to the needs of the fans. In this way, ticket packages for EuroLeague matches in the arena for level 200 and level 400, intended for fans who pay less, students and people who cannot afford season tickets. Skybox season tickets and corporate offer for companies and local firms, B2B business, and as a highlight an offer for the youngest fans and parents with children, package Zvezda Junior stand. In that way, not only we got more audiences, but also developed relationships with the youngest. A family gathered at a separate stand which is positioned in the TV corner and which was not filled enough according to our estimates. Also, all players participated in the campaign. Every player has his own stand in the level 400 and invited fans to support him and secured his place on his part of the stands. All these promotions led us to an increase in sales of 200%, so in the season 2019-2020, 6,006 season tickets and 788 VIP tickets were sold, which gives us a total of 6,794 season ticket holders. This is a new record for Crvena Zvezda. Also, we find a way to make a strong connection between players and fans. On our courts at Kalemegdan, we set a big wall made by bricks and every fan has one brick to share, the message to the fans. Everything what we did was followed by great design, and we created new visualization for every aspect of our campaign, and that ended by the totally redesigned court, locker rooms, stands, and every part of our arenas. Fans feel themselves like home from the first moment when they came to arena with a lot of content everywhere. We have fan zones on the level 200 and 400, VIP lounge for the court seat guests and fans from skyboxes, audio-visual content, activities for the youngest fans, fan zone for junior program.
All these things enable the marketing and management team to involve all stakeholders to be a part of our campaign and invest in our story.
And we will show how we did it. For all former players or members of the Red and White family, we organized a warm welcome before the games. In that way, we showed respect for everything what they did for our club. Because of the jubilee year of the club, we run the Club 100 project, where we awarded all players from Crvena Zvezda Belgrade history who made 100 plus appearances. Sponsors. Good work also contributed to the greater attractiveness of the club in that segment. So sponsorship agreements were provided with companies outside Serbia, with brands such as Old Spice, Ecopetrol, Hell Energy, Nike, Europcar, Fiat, Alpro. We formed a club of friends and a business pool, where local brands can find their place, get connected to the system and with other partners of the club. In that way, Crvena Zvezda strengthened its business pool with domestic companies such as TDM, IDEA, DPC, Divia, Belmedic. The goal of KK Crvena Zvezda is to gather around itself a strong pool of sponsors and friends of the club, who regardless of the results and circumstances will ensure the majority of the budget and the smooth functioning of the club. Additional game contents.
As we have already mentioned, the sports match for KK Crvena Zvezda is now more than a game. Numerous contents in the hall through the fan zone animate all groups of our fans. In cooperation with sponsors, various activations, physical, virtual competitions, gift giving are organized.
At the halftime of the games, competitions for the fans are organized, which creates a club partner-fan relationship and works on strengthening brands. The club tries to make each team of the regular part of the season to be as close as possible to Final Four games. A baby race was organized together with the name sponsor of the club. Fan cameras were released for the first time this season, which were broadcasting during the breaks between quarters, in cooperation with IDEA partner. In cooperation with the EuroLeague partner, the company 7 Days, an interactive photo booth, was seen for the first time in Europe at the matches of the Crvena Zvezda in the EuroLeague. The game's introduction and 3D audio-visual performance that is projected on the court and which is different in each match, followed by the presentation of both visiting and home teams in the same style. At the halftime, a VIP program was provided for fans with tickets for courtside seats, but also for those in skyboxes with accompanying content. Branko Lazic and Charles Jenkins were named for Old Spice brand ambassadors and participated in their campaigns for new products. We had organized traditionally NBA 2K20 tournament in Delta City Shopping Mall with our partners Hell Energy and Naxi Radio. In the Revijalni part, our players participated and have some fun time with the fans.
At the beginning of the season, we ran Crvena Zvezda's shop in the Aleksandar Nikolić Arena and expanded our businesses. From that moment, fans could find their favorite articles every day.
We made an agreement with our technical sponsor Nike and created their corner with official product branded by Crvena Zvezda. In that way, we raised the number of articles, gave a chance to fans to wear team products, and the result is increasing selling, corporate social responsibility and education of young people.
The club tries to take care of the most endangered.
Every year, during the Christmas and New Year holidays, the club, together with players, organizes many various activities, such as visits to health institutions, distributing the presents, and socializing with the youngest. In that way, we try to make their situation a little bit easier and beautify the holiday period.
Finally, the segment we're the most proud of.
KK Crvena Zvezda MTS has been a partner of the One Team project from the very beginning. Through cooperation with the Special Olympics, through activities, trainings, lectures, performances, socializing, a great progress has been made in the inclusion of children with special needs in regular life activities, socializing and sports, but also raising awareness of the general public. COVID-19 situation and club reaction.
All of the people were affected by global pandemic. Yet the ones over 65-year-old were affected the most. In that time, our humanity was on test. The most important task was to stay together and united. As our motto says, together we stand, together we can.
So it was our duty to spread the awareness of the virus through our channels to our fans, appealing to stay safe and showing them how to protect themselves and their loved ones. Beside that, the management have visited legends of the club and our fans older than 65 years, of course by following all the rules. We did our visits in cooperation with our partners, as we gave them a small present. In cooperation with EuroLeague and our player Billy Barron, we had organized Instagram live workout and meetings in Serial Billy Gym. Billy Barron was a host. He showed his workouts to fans and hosted some of the best EuroLeague players, coaches and famous athletes from other leagues. Education. Sport Conference 2020 was organized in a form of roundtable where we crossed a couple of different points of view. Our participants were our sponsors, partners, and important people, not just from other sports organizations, but media as well. This forum was organized in order to show everybody that we can learn from each other. Also, we have organized coach clinic and referee clinic during the Adidas Next Generation tournament held in Belgrade, which was also organized by BC Crvena Zvezda MTS 11th time in a row. Birthday celebration.
Crvena Zvezda MTS Belgrade game against Maccabi Fox Tel Aviv at Stark Arena was once-in-a-lifetime treat. The Serbian champions marked the 75th anniversary of the club's founding with a series of events before completing the evening with a victory and sending the crowd home with smiles on their faces.
From the moment fans entered the arena, the importance of the message was made clear, with the number 75 integrated around the Zvezda logo at center court. During the pre-game introductions, the lights at the arena dimmed so all could see a three-dimensional video displayed on the court, showing the most important numbers and great highlights of Zvezda's 3/4 of a century of greatness. Then the players took the court, decked out in specially made retro uniforms to honor the club's golden generation, which lifted the European Cup Winners' Cup in 1974. At the halftime, famous Serbian musician Nikola Demonja was joined by his young and talented daughter Nia to perform the new Crvena Zvezda club anthem. The ceremony continued with the inauguration of Club 100. Every player to have appeared in at least 100 games for Zvezda was inducted into Club 100 and received a special gift. The participating players came together at the center court for a red and white family photo featuring the stars who built Zvezda into the club it is today. And everything we do is to increase number of fans in the arena. Here are the results of our work. In the season 2017-2018, the total average attendance was 6,277 spectators per game in the EuroLeague, 15 home games played. If we take into account only the Belgrade Arena, 4 home games played, the average is 8,264. The average number of daily tickets sold was 3,488. In the season 2018-2019, the Eurocup recorded a visit of 5,726 fans in 8 games with an average number of daily tickets sold of 2,683. The season 2019-2020 brought us an average attendance of 11,744 spectators at 15 games played, with 5,835 daily tickets sold per game. 90% of season ticket holders come to the games regularly.
If we look only at the Stark Arena, where the Red and Whites played 12 out of 15 home games, the average attendance was 13,188 spectators. According to all the above parameters, Crvena Zvezda MTS is one of the most visited EuroLeague teams this season, if we only consider the matches in the arena, right behind Žalgiris, and in the case of the total average visit, certainly in the top 3 teams. With the new club's management engagement in 2011, one of the strategic directions was to strengthen communication channels with supporters and basketball fans, with an emphasis on digital marketing as a growing trend and on the most popular social network activities.
The starting point was an active Facebook profile with 11,000 followers. In the same year, a Twitter account was launched, as well as a YouTube channel, while with Instagram, the club started in 2014. In addition to these platforms, the club also uses the LinkedIn Business Network. In this way, all target groups are covered, and there is a possibility to place a message to each fans group. Today, Crvena Zvezda is at the very top in terms of the numbers of followers and interactions with them. Our club is followed by 450,000 people on Facebook, almost 100,000 on Twitter, 175,000 on Instagram, and more than 30,000 on YouTube. Club is also active on LinkedIn. In the last 6 months, Crvena Zvezda Belgrade is in top 5 if we take a look on interaction of social media.
We're totally aware that nothing couldn't be the same in the following period, but we will do our best to find a way to keep activity and improve every part of our work. We will focus on new possibilities and ways to engage the fans, supporters, and attract the new ones. We will try to provide more unique content, behind-the-scenes materials, improve our presence on digital channels, and create extra game day content for the fans.